there, salon owners. I'm Margie Gleeson. Welcome. I'm so excited to see so many of you here. Now, just so you know, this isn't just another fluffy buy my stuff workshop. I've packed proven specific strategies into the next 60 minutes that have created measurable results for salon owners just like you. So if you're working harder than ever, but you're not seeing the profit you deserve, this workshop is for you. Today, I'm going to show you how to grow your salon revenue without adding a single extra hour to your schedule. So no more overworking, no more discounting just to fill your calendar. That's a big one. And no more guessing what's actually going to grow your business. By the end of this session, you're going to have 3 clear strategies that you can implement immediately to increase your income and create a more sustainable, profitable salon. So grab a notebook, you want to take notes, and stick around at the end for the live Q&A where I'll answer your specific questions. I'm also going to give you 2 free resources to help you put this into action straight away. How does that sound? Sound good? Let me know in the chat. Are you ready to go? Good, good. Let's dive in. So let me ask you a few questions. Do you feel like you're constantly working, but you're barely making enough to cover your costs? Let me know your answers in the chat. Are you overbooked, but somehow you're still not paying yourself? Or have you discounted your prices in the hope that it will attract more clients? And then all you've done is attract the wrong clients. Do you ever look at your calendar and feel dread instead of excitement because you know it's going to be another exhausting week of working hard and there's no money left at the end of the week, okay? Or you've got another week of worrying about how you're going to attract clients and you don't know what to post on social media? Let me know your answers to these in the chat. And if you've said yes to any of them, you are not alone, okay? And these are the reasons that you are here today. So, the common struggles that I see every day are clients expecting discounts or price matching with a salon down the street, slashing your prices because you feel that you need to be competitive with someone who you don't even know whether they're paying themselves or how good they are at the treatments that they offer. Or you start doubting yourself. Like, who am I to run a business? I don't have a business degree or a marketing degree or a copywriting degree, and I'm certainly not a photographer or a videographer. Or you're just feeling stuck in survival mode, okay? Constantly reacting to problems instead of planning for growth. Or you're working crazy hours, you know, you're missing lunches, you're missing family time, or when you're with your family, you're not actually 100% present and you're not seeing the profit to make it all feel worthwhile, okay? Does that resonate? Yep, yep, good. Thanks, Sammy, that's great. So I just want to share with you, I have been here too, okay? I'm a successful salon owner, but when I first started, I didn't have it all going on, okay? The thing that was lucky for me was that, it wasn't luck, it was, I did it by design, but I was fortunate that at the very beginning of my journey, I invested in my business development, okay? And I have worked throughout my whole salon career. I've worked with and still continue to work with coaches, okay? Some amazing, some not so amazing. But the ones that weren't so amazing have taught me how I want to show up as a coach and mentor, okay? And I'm not one of these salon coaches who had a salon for 5 minutes that apparently made tons of money and the salon went without them, but then they sold the salon because they wanted to focus on coaching. My salon runs completely without me, and I sure am not selling it anytime soon. Okay, so, oh, you're not ready for the worksheet yet. Can you drop the worksheet in? I'll just go back a slide. So I know what it's like to be when you're in that sort of hustle mode, worry mode, you know, you're scared to raise your prices. Who of you, let me know in the comments, who is scared to raise your prices? Or do you raise your prices regularly? Sammy, you're scared to raise your prices, yeah? And then you're worried and you're exhausted as well. Who's worried and exhausted as well? Scared, yeah, Stephanie, yep. Okay, so this is why I love sharing how to get away from that, because the thing is, it's actually not all that difficult to attract the right clients and pay yourself every single week without working 40 hour weeks, okay? So to get the most out of today, we've also got a prize draw as well. So Reese just dropped the worksheet into the chat. So make sure that you download that. If you can't download it because you're on your phone, just write it on a piece of paper, and then go back to the worksheet later, because it is definitely something you want to be filling in and working on this week. Take a photo of your screen and share to your stories your biggest aha moment from today, tag me in at Salon Mastery Society, and you'll go in the draw to win a one-on-one coaching session with me, which is valued at $550. So do that now before you get stuck right in, because you're going to be concentrating quite intensely. Okay. The other thing is join the Salon Mastery Society school community. It's SKOOL. It's a community for salon owners. It's called Salon Mastery Society. And I've got the links in the worksheet as well. And I give daily feedback on your posts. This week, I'll give daily feedback on your posts. Ree's going to drop that link into the chat, as well as it being on your worksheet. Okay, so I do free trainings in there. If you go there today, there is a free training, how to get your next 10 clients, which is really very detailed, and it gives you a step-by-step structure to follow. Stay until the end for the Q&A session, where you can ask me anything. It can be about today, or it could just be any question that you've got that you would like to have answered. Okay, so have you downloaded the worksheet? Let me know in the chat. We are going to work at a pretty fast pace today. So if you miss anything, you'll receive the replay. I'll have to record that first part. So don't stress if you can't complete everything exactly right now. But please make sure that what you do is block time out in your diary to complete the worksheet this week. All I want you to do is block that time out, block 30 minutes out in your diary, so that you take the action, because I want you to get results from spending your time here. Okay, so with the worksheet, has everyone got it? Hang on, let me see the chat. Lost the chat. Worksheet. Okay. Now, in one sentence for today, what is your intention? I'd like you to write that down. And if you're not sure, you can say, I'm not sure. I just thought Margie said she was going to help me make some money, find my profit. That's why I'm here. Okay, just let me know. But later on, I would like you to sit down and go and think to yourself, what is my intention for this week, given what I learned at the workshop? Okay. And I'd like you to also think, what is the number one outcome that you would like to be? Where do you want to be in 90 days' time? And do you know the answer? Just let me know. Yes, I know the answer. I'm not sure. I'm very clear, crystal clear on it. Let me know in the chat. Maybe you want, I don't know, maybe you want 5 new clients every single week. Maybe you want an additional $1,000 in revenue per week, or 2,000 more per month. Okay. Or maybe you want to work 4 days a week, or you want to have your irresistible offer in place. Let me know what it is. Just pop it in the chat. Okay. Whilst I'm waiting, go to section 2 and do a quick self-check on the worksheet. And I want you to tick all that applies to you, and also put in what your biggest challenge is right now. Ray, can you mute? I don't know. I think it might be Amy. All right, Ray muted me instead. So I had to pause. Oh my goodness. New clients every week. I want to only work on my business. Awesome, Anne. I love that. Not in it. You don't want to work on the floor. New clients every week. That's great. It's so good working on your business. And how many hours a week do you want to actually work? That's the next one. Do you only want to work on it? With me, I spend about 5 hours a week on my salon. So, and then I created another job for myself, go figure, because I thought I would be quite happily retired. And then I thought, no, I'll do coaching. I do love coaching. So I can afford the time to be able to do that. So yeah, how many hours do you want to actually work? If you completed that, okay. Okay. Now, we've talked about the problem. Let's focus on the solutions. It's a lot more exciting. Okay. So today I'm going to show you how to price for profit. So we're going to You're going to learn how to set your prices that reflect your value and boost your bottom line. Now, when I say that to you, does that just sound like, what does it sound like? Does it make sense? I can see Libby there. Oh, I'm going to show you how to upsell without feeling pushy. Okay, simple strategies to increase your average client spend and rebook like a pro. So many, this tiny little thing, this tiny little process often gets overlooked. Okay, the secret to keeping your calendar full with loyal clients. Okay, work smarter, not harder. Okay, proven methods to grow your revenue without adding more hours to your schedule. How does that sound? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. And ladies, you can take yourself off. You can put your camera on. We'd love to see you all, but you don't have to, but I'd love to see you in there. Okay, so have you all got, just let me know, have you all got the worksheet? Okay, so make sure that you've got it. And if you haven't downloaded it yet, just make sure you've at least accessed it. I've got nothing to sell to you today. I want you to take action on the 3 strategies that I'm sharing with you to increase your profit. Okay, so I've got nothing to sell to you. A quick transparency, in the last 5 minutes of the workshop, I'm going to share how my team and I can help you implement everything faster. But 90% of today is pure content you can use right now, okay, whether we even work together or not. So let me know, how does that sound? Sound good? Amazing. No, says need to. No, so Libby, you should take a copy. So when it says, when you click on the link, it says take a copy. So just take a copy and then you'll get your own copy there. Ray, can you just help Libby with that as well?
Yep, I'm going to just check that now, Margie, make sure it's coming up right.
It worked for me. It worked for me yesterday.
It is actually saying you need access. So that's okay. I'll work on that while we're talking.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so you might be thinking, that sounds great for Margie, but I'm not sure if this will work for me. You know, maybe she's actually full of shit. You know, it's impossible. It won't work for me. What are you thinking that? Let me know. Let me know when I start saying to you, these are the things that you're going to learn and that this is possible. Do you believe that it is possible for you? I'd really love to know. Like, drop that in the chat. Oh, it's the same for everybody. Oh my goodness. Technical. Okay, sorry, ladies. You'll get it in a second. Okay, now I just want to share with you. These are the results of clients who work with me who implement the strategy. Okay, so we've got Chi, Roz, Priscilla, Meredith doing amazing things. I think for this one, she couldn't get any clients at all. She sold 3 $790 packages in a week, and raised her prices. All of these ladies raised their prices. Okay. And I will mention too, well, actually, I'll share a little bit more about, where is she? Kate, in a few slides, just to explain how it actually does come together with a real case study. Okay, I want to be upfront though. Just fixing your pricing alone won't fix a broken salon. Okay, your pricing only works if your offers, your messaging, and your client journey are aligned. That's what I teach inside Visionary Salon Mastery. Okay, so the bigger framework is my 5-step salon success strategy. Okay, so you've got planning and goal setting. If you don't have a plan, okay, you don't have goals. Sorry, if you don't have goals, you can't make a plan to actually hit those goals. So planning is really, really important. The second one is knowing your numbers, and that's what we're going to work on part of that today. The next part is marketing and automation for attracting clients. You've got to have a process in place to attract people to your salon. Okay, processes and client journey, retention, very, very important. Okay, and then you can grow and scale, whether or not you've got a team or not. You can still grow and scale being solo. Okay, so we're just going to do part of step 2, which is pricing for profit, so that when you do start attracting 10 new clients every week, you know that you're making a profit on your treatments and it's not actually costing you money. Quite often I speak to salon owners and the first thing that they do is, I want more clients. So they go out and they discount, and their numbers are wrong. And what happened, and you'll go through this exercise to understand how this works. What I've discovered with many salon owners is that they've attracted clients, they've started working, and that it's actually costing them to go to work. It's costing them money. They're paying to go to work. So it's really important that before you start attracting clients, before you do all of this, you know your numbers and you know that each of your treatments are profitable. Okay, I'm just saying, you still don't have the worksheet. Ray, are you stuck with the worksheet? Because
Yeah, I will. I'm just trying to get it sorted with Angel now. So as soon as I've got it, I'll pop it into the chat for everyone.
Okay.
So it shouldn't be long.
Okay, good. And maybe you get Angel to email it. That would be awesome.
Yep, will do.
So the strategy, okay, there are three. Oh, hang on 1 second. There are three key areas to focus on to grow your revenue without adding more hours to your week. Okay, but before I explain them to you, you need to know your numbers. Okay, so when you do get your worksheet, what I'd like you to do is I want you to enter your figures for last week. So it will be how much revenue you made, how many hours did you work on the floor? That's on the floor, and also how many hours on your business. What was your average dollar sale? And what was your rebooking rate as a percentage? These are all the key numbers that I track every single week. How much retail did you sell, as in the number of retail products that you sold? And what was the dollar value? Okay. And then I'd like you to, when you get your worksheet, or you can do it now, circle the number one metric that you want to improve on first. Okay. When we need a starting point of where we're at now, our current team are not great at rebooking. Okay. Yep. So maybe I'll go into rebooking in a moment. Yeah, because I'm going to give you some scripts to do that, and I'll explain what to do with the team as well. So we need a starting point. We need to know how our business is performing from day to day, week to week. Okay, so tracking your numbers is the way to do it, because the numbers don't lie. Okay, and I would like you to tell me in the chat as well, do you track those numbers? So what I've just said to you with your average dollar sale, how many hours you worked on the floor, on your business, how much revenue did you have, what was your rebooking rate, retail, Libby, awesome, every day, love that, that's perfect. You have to know what your numbers are so that you can see what's working, what's not working, okay? And then with team, then I cry, oh, I tell you every day, and then you cry, oh my gosh, that's not good. Okay, we'll chat in the Q&A. Okay, I can help you with you. It sounds like you've got a team issue, so we might talk about that. So yeah, anybody else? So you track your numbers, let me know. Can't see because I can see Anne. No, I haven't much. Okay. So with your numbers, when you track your numbers, okay, you're not guessing anything. There's no guesses. Okay. Is my social media working really well? Oh, I think so. No, you know the exact reach, engagement. Okay. You know whether people are actually clicking through to your booking, to book in, to comment, to respond to your keyword. Okay. You know what your rebooking rate percentage is, and then you can actually you work out what your goal is, what your target is. So if you're at 70% rebooking and you want to get to 85, 90, you know that you have to take action to get there. Okay. So just share with me, what strategy are you going to focus on? So you haven't used them enough. Okay. Which number would you like to focus on? Let me know. Okay. So the first profit strategy is to optimize your pricing. Okay, so most salon owners undercharge because they want to be affordable. Okay, they don't want to lose clients. They're scared to lose clients. Okay, or, and this is awful, they don't actually know what their services cost to deliver. Okay, and if you don't know what your costs are, if you're not pricing for profit, then potentially you are working for free. Okay. And I say this over and over and over again. It's like mind-blowing when the realization hits, right? So a simple pricing formula, and this is on your worksheet that you don't have, I'm sorry. A simple pricing formula is cost of products, staff wages, overheads, profit margin. Okay, it would be, say, your service price. So if a treatment costs $15 in products, 30 in wages, and 20 in overheads, you'd need to charge at least $65 plus your profit margin. Okay, this is very basic. This, what I'm giving you here, is very basic. Most salons will stop at 65 and they won't put a profit margin on there. Okay, now your net profit margin should be a minimum, I like to say 25%. Okay, my clients at a minimum of 25%. I know that some coaches say 20, but I think that if you're really good at what you do, and you are, because particularly if you're going through this process, minimum of 25%. Okay, I would rather have a slightly higher price and a healthy business than be burnt out and broke. How about you? Let me know in the chat. You can have less clients and earn more. And I mean, I actually did that with I'm going to talk about Bianca in a minute. She's like blown away because she's got less clients, but far out, she's making so much more money. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. She's actually got more clients because she's growing her business, but she's making a whole lot more money. You want quality clients? Yes, quality clients. That's key as well. When you discount prices, you attract the wrong clients, and that makes your life very unpleasant. So the worksheet has been dropped, thank goodness. So I second that. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So I'll just give you a couple of minutes just to download the worksheet. So just let me know in the chat when you've downloaded it. Take a drink. Just let me know in the chat when you've done that. Let's see. Have you all had success? Yep, done. Awesome, awesome. That's great. All done. Okay. So what I would like you to do is to choose 3 services and review your pricing today. Okay, so I would suggest that what you do is you choose your 3 top services. And what I want you to do is look at whether it's covering all your costs, okay, and giving you room to grow. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is just write down your top 3 treatments. It's in section 4 on the worksheet. Okay, and you might, if you don't know your costs, you may need to do this later. Okay, so if you don't know them right now, don't stress. Honestly, the fact that you're here is awesome. So give yourself a pat on the back because you're taking action. Okay, you're on your phone. Okay, that's fine, Ashley. No problem. You can come back to this later once you've actually gone through the workshop and you understand more about the process. Okay, then what I want you to do is I want you to analyze what you come up with. Okay, and what surprise, you don't know 100% at the moment. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So, but please just listen. You can ask me questions at the end as well if you need to, just so that I'm making sense so you can actually take this action. Okay. So when you do complete this exercise, have you had any surprises? I really want to know. If you're doing this later on in the week, please message me and let me know. Did you get a surprise? Maybe you're making a huge profit. Maybe you're not making a profit at all. Maybe it's actually in the red and it's costing you. Okay. So just for now, think of the 3 services that you'll reprice this week. Okay. What time this week will you block out in your diary to do the review? Okay. So on your worksheet, you've got the date, when you start, when you finish. Okay. So make sure that you do that and block that into your diary. So if you don't know your numbers, then it might take you 30 minutes or you might allow an hour to really go through this. Now, if you do know your numbers and you are tracking metrics, this is going to take you as little as 15 minutes to do. It's not going to take you very long to do. Okay. So I've given you access to my profitability pricing calculator. Okay, this is awesome, this calculator. What you do is that there's a video that explains how it works. You put in all of your treatments, okay, and then you put in your sale price, cost of products, wages including super, general expenses, and then you'll come up with your profit. Now, what we focus on is net profit, and I've given an explanation in the calculator as to how it works and what numbers you're actually aiming for as well. So with your net profit margins, do you know? No, not sure. Okay, so no one knows what their net profit margins are at the moment? No? Okay. Okay. It's really important. And numbers aren't sexy. We don't like numbers. We're creative people. We like looking and caring and nurturing our clients. So generally, we can't stand doing things like this. But I promise you that once you get your head around it, you're going to love it because you know the numbers. Awesome, Libby. What's your net profit margin that your target? You will enjoy it because you'll understand it. You'll be able to see that you can drive your business in the direction that you want it to based on the fact that, oh my gosh, it's like, oh, you go 20%, do you? Yeah, okay. Based on the treatments that you're making the most profit on, it could be the treatments that you love. You could realize as well that the treatments that you really hate performing are the ones that are costing you money, and you need to get rid of them. Okay, you might realize that the treatments that cost you nothing are making you a huge profit margin. And so you want your team to be doing heaps of it. So brow wax, body waxing, whatever it is. So knowing your numbers can really help you drive your business in the right direction, including how you niche your business. Okay, so it's awesome. Let me know if this has been helpful, and also please let me know if it's making sense. Okay, so the number 2 strategy, okay, is upselling without feeling salesy. So recommending retail. Now, it's not about pushing products or pressuring clients, okay? It's just about enhancing their experience. So you could you can upsell a basic treatment with an add-on, okay? Or you can do a signature treatment. You could do a signature experience, for example. So just instead of coming in for a haircut, package up the whole, haircut, scalp massage, luxury conditioning treatment, and professional styling. Okay, with a brow design, this is something that I did recently. We did a beauty boost. It was beauty boost, fresh faced and fabulous. So we did a brow design, lash lift, and express hydration facial. People loved it. Was it the same treatments that they come in for normally? Yes. The hydration express facial was an add-on. It was just something that I created for this because I wanted to add more value to the offer. We got lots of people booking in. So same treatment, different experience. Okay, because when clients feel pampered and taken care of, and you can increase your average dollar sale, okay, you're not just looking after your clients, you're stepping up as the expert whilst you're adding more money to your bottom line. Does that make sense? So what I want you to do is, just go to the bottom of the chat. I want you to have a think now and put onto your worksheet, what is your simple upsell formula? What can you do? Okay, what's one small upgrade that would make an experience even better with your signature services? So if it's for your brows, okay, one of the things that we did was we added in a jelly, just a jelly mask, or a full jelly mask, full face jelly mask. We came up with the Sexy AF package, which did really, really well, which was a brow design, lash lift, and facial. So I know what my clients like, and then I package up to suit them. So share with me in the comments, what sort of upsells can you offer? Will you offer it just as an upsell list? We've got the upsells here, or you can actually package it like this and make it an experience. So I would like you to come up with a couple, say 3. And the next step, and particularly I would think for Libby, those of you with team, is knowing how to offer it naturally, okay? The way that you do that is you've got to get used to a solid script and share that throughout the service. So you train yourself, okay? You literally write the scripts down. You train your team. You give them the scripts. You role play with them until they nail it, okay? So before and during a consult, you can be saying, whilst you're here today, would you like to add a brow tint to complete your look? Or can I, wax your chin? That's an easy one. Okay. During your treatment, you can say things like, your skin's responding really, really well. It's looking really beautiful. Next time we can include a hydration mask or a peel for even better results. So you're actually setting the scene for the next visit and also the upgrade at the next appointment. Okay. Afterwards, you can, to keep your results lasting longer, we recommend this product. All of my clients that get lashes use this product. We sell that. My girls sell Eliplex aftercare for lash lifts like hand over fist because they're so confident. Excuse me, that my clients need it. It sells. Okay, if your team is like scared because they feel like they're being salesy, it's all in the way that you are delivering the training to them. Okay, they've got to understand that upselling works best when it's a recommendation. It's not a sales pitch. Okay, it's what the client needs. Obviously, you can only recommend what they need. The upsell treatment, the retail, whatever it is, it is something that they need. Okay. But you have to step up as the expert. You do not want your clients leaving your salon and then going up to Woolies or Priceline and trying to work out what product they need. Okay, when you know that you've got the best products that they need in your salon, they've already told you during the consult what their pain point is, what their desires are. And so if you don't step up and your team doesn't step up and share that with each of your clients, the aftercare, then you're not really doing your job properly. Okay. Do you struggle with that? So let me know in the comments. Is because that's something that a lot of team members and even some salon owners actually have a problem with is recommending retail. So let me know in the comments. Okay, number 3. See, these are not that hard. Do you agree? Let me know. Rebooking strategies. Okay, so imagine if 80% of your clients pre-booked before they left, or they booked for the next 3 months in advance, which means you've got no more empty slots, or you know that you've got an empty slots in your calendar because you can see what the next 3 months look like, and then you can plan your marketing accordingly. So there's no last minute stress. You can see quite clearly what action you need to take. Okay. So many salon owners are missing out on clients rebooking because they didn't ask. They just didn't ask them, which blows my mind. Yeah, Amy, good script to upsell and aftercare will be so helpful. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. Script it out. If you're solo, sorry, I'll just jump back to that. If you're solo and you're nervous about it, if you're nervous about anything that you need to say to any of your clients, whether it's a price increase, whatever, the best thing to do is to write out a script that you're comfortable with, read it out loud, make sure that it's your language, then practice it and just keep reading it out loud. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Okay, turn away from the mirror and don't look at your script. Practice again. Definitely with team, role play with them. Because the more they do it, it's really, we always say now in my salon, it's probably about 3. The girls just need to say something 3 times and then intrinsically they know it. Okay, but then we've done a lot of this role play and they've got the right mindset. So if your team isn't a rock star team, they're not on board just yet, you might need to role play 5, 7, 10 times with them over a period of time until they get it. Okay, it makes a massive, massive difference. Okay, so rebooking is easy. Do you ask for what I would like to ask you is, are you asking for the rebook for the rebook? Let me know in the chat. Okay. I'd love to lock in your next appointment now so that we can make sure that you get the perfect day and time. If you don't book in with me now, I'm sorry, you're not going to get you won't get a spot because we're so busy. Yep, I asked to rebook at every appointment. Awesome. That's great, Sammy. That's awesome. It works as well because clients actually, when you deliver it the right way and you get the right script, okay, clients really feel cared for, okay, and they're also secure knowing that they're not going to miss out as well. So when you get to the point where when your salon is in high demand, okay, your clients are not going to want to miss out on any appointments. You stay consistently booked without constant marketing as well. Okay, this is a very big part of a sustainable, successful salon. Okay, so challenge yourself to rebook every single client this week before they walk out the door. Okay, and I've given you a couple of scripts here as well. So to get the very best out of today's brow design, I'd like to see you in 3 weeks for your maintenance visit, which allows us to further enhance your design shape. So you're explaining that there is a process to the treatment. It's not just a brow design. People just go, when we do training in the salon, and we're talking, we're talking amongst what we're doing, and people are sitting there going, I never knew that there was so much that went into creating a brows. And I was like, wow, really? Okay, people just think it's something that's really basic. But if you share that this is a journey that they're going on, they're not, that they have to come back again and again and again, they're going to see you as an expert. And that's when they start to build that know, like, and trust. Stephanie, I generally go through everything in consultation, make a plan and repeat again before they get out of the chair, make Rebook product. Yep, perfect. That's it. That is perfect. That's what you need to do. And then you need all of your team members to do exactly the same thing. 3 weeks of brows. Yeah. Well, the thing is, brows grow back in 3 weeks. So I like to rebook in 4. If they come in over 4, then they've got to come back for a brow design. They can't come back in for maintenance. They say, do you want to rebook? And they say, no, I will call. Yeah, that's not working because do you want to rebook or do you want to book online? What are they going to say? Oh, I'll just book online. Because they're keen to get out. They've paid, they've done their treatments, they don't want to hang around anymore. So you've got to show up as the same expert that you did when you showed up for your consultation. Okay, you're leading the treatment. You're still leading them until they walk out of that door. And then you're still leading them after that when you follow up to make sure that they love their results or check in to see how their skin is going. I'd like to see you in 3 weeks' time as your skin is prepped for today's treatment and your home care products. So we'll be able to I mentioned that before, do a peel. So do a peel that will penetrate even further into your skin's layers and you'll be looking and feeling so much more hydrated and glowing. See the difference? There's a big difference. You've got to give them a reason to rebook as well. Anymore. I get to the rebook and pay a deposit, and then I tell them they have the choice to change if they have to work. Yeah, just try. What I like to do, I like to ideally new clients to book online. Okay, existing clients book in the salon because then they're not going to push out that 4-week brow maintenance to 5 weeks. Okay, they're not going to try and slip one in and get in and she's booked in for maintenance, but now she's got to pay for a brow design. You don't want that sort of stuff going on in the salon. So these are just 3 simple strategies. Okay, if you implement these 3 simple strategies into your salon, if you know that your treatments are hitting a minimum of 25% net profit, and you're doing simple upsells, okay, recommending retail, repackaging your treatments, okay, and you rebook your clients, you're on your way to making money and being in control of your business. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is to share with me in the comments, do you already do all of these? Okay, 1, 2, 3, or none? Let me know in the comments. And which one are you going to focus on after this workshop? I'm hoping it'll be all of them because I know what happens when you do all of them. Let me know. How are we going for time? Okie dokie. 2 and 3. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Thanks, Libby. Okay, this is what I wanted to share with you. It works. So I mentioned Bianca before. Okay, so this is Bianca here. When she started working for me, she was basically not making any money. Okay, she was really stressed. She was discounting her services, and she's only just opened a salon fairly recently. And she was thinking, oh my God, what have I done? I've made the wrong decision. Okay, what we did was we implemented a new pricing strategy, okay, a premium package offering, and a consistent rebooking process. And within was it 2 weeks? 2 weeks, she went from either zero, she was actually doing zero some weeks. She's now hitting 3K weeks, okay? And she's not added any more hours, and she's not discounting, okay? And then Kate, she followed my strategy, increased her revenue by $2,000 in the first 4 weeks, okay? And again, not working more hours. And their stories aren't unique. It's what happens when you have the right strategy. And actually, it was quite funny because Kate came on board about 4 or 5 weeks before Bianca did, and she was terrified of raising her prices. Like, I'm telling you, she was having panic attacks. I was saying it's okay, you can do it. Okay, she did it and went, wow, that's amazing. Didn't lose one client. B, when she came to it, was absolutely terrified, petrified, and Kate just said to her, just do it. Just do it. So she did it. Now Bianca's saying it to all my other clients. Just do it. It works. It absolutely works. Oh dear. Okay, so what I would like you to do is so that this is so that you actually take the action, right? So what I'd like you to do is a 7-day plan, tracking plan for this week. Okay. So what I'd like you to do is have your clients that you've seen, clients that you rebooked, and the percentage. Okay. Clients seen, rebooked, and the percentage. Okay. Here's some actions that you can take. Okay. You can update your bio, Instagram bio for bookings. Have you done that yet? If you haven't done it recently, you should update your bio regularly because things are changing all the time. Okay, you don't have to put your address as part of your bio characters. Okay, because Instagram does that for you. You don't have to waste your characters on your putting your address in there. If you go into the school community, and just search bio, I've given a prompt which is it's a really harsh, critical ChatGPT review of your bio. So you have to have big shoulders to do that exercise, but it's well worth it. And I'll give you my feedback on that as well if you do that exercise and ask me in the chat, and I'll help you. Post one reel today using today's hook. Oh, that doesn't make sense. Oh, that should be using a scroll stopping hook. Sorry. So that to do that is when you post, you need to make sure that you have a hook. And if you don't know what hook to use, go into ChatGPT and say, this is the post that I want to put up. I want a scroll stopping hook that's going to make my ideal client Mary, because my ChatGPT knows Mary. If yours doesn't, then just describe who Mary is. Make her want to stop, look, listen, and book in with me. Okay, and it'll give you a whole pile of hooks. Share 3 stories of showing offer and proof. Send 10 friendly DMs to engagers. You can do that with your clients as well. Follow up every interested lead manually. I do that. Okay. Reprice one service and publish it. So make it go live, and offer one upgrade to every single client. So these are just some examples of the actions that you can take this week to move the needle, to actually start taking action so that you can go forward. Okay. Now, I want to talk about this, because this is really, really important. Okay. I would like you to write in here, what result inspired you today? One idea that you will copy in your salon, hopefully all of them, if you don't have them in place already. Okay. And what's your version of that idea? What is it, what's your take on it? Okay. As you complete this section, and I'd like you to drop your answers into the chat if you'd love, I'd love for you to share. I want to talk about something that can quietly hold you back no matter how hard you work. Okay. And that is your mindset, your own beliefs, how you think of yourself. Okay. The stories that you tell yourself about what's possible for you in your salon will either push you forward or it will help keep you stuck. Okay. So if deep down you believe I'm not good with money, or I'll never find the right clients, or people don't have any money, the economy's not right, the algorithm doesn't like me, what will happen is I can put everything in front of you, and because you don't believe that this is possible for you, you'll make decisions that match your belief, okay? Even though it's here, okay? So, Sammy, you attract like for like. Yeah, absolutely. So the good news is the beliefs aren't facts, okay? And they're not there forever. They're patterns that you can change. So when you shift your mindset, you'll start to see new opportunities, okay? You take confident action, okay? And what happens then is that you grow your salon without the constant second guessing, should I be here? Who am I to do this? I don't want to go on social media because I don't want people to make fun of me or judge, okay? Whatever that is. Now, I've actually created a short video on this, and I've shared it in the worksheet so that you can explore it just a little bit more deeply. I'd really recommend that you watch it, because mindset is what holds a lot of people back. It's their self-belief. Okay, so share with me when you watch that. I'd love just the link. The link is on the worksheet. Okay, so you've now got 3 strategies that you can start implementing today. Okay, but the thing is, real lasting results come from having ongoing support, accountability, and a full system. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is to go to section 9 of your worksheet, and I want you to tick off the questions and tick the ones that apply to you. So if you tick 1 or more, okay, then Visionary Salon Mastery might be the right next step for you. Okay, so do you want 10 new clients in 8 weeks? Do you want a simple plan that you can follow? Do you want accountability and support? Okay, and can you commit at least 2 hours every single week working on your business? Okay, if you ticked 1 or more, write your next move. Okay, book a strategy call. I've put that into the worksheet as well. The next 5 clients receive 2 additional one-on-one sessions with me. Okay, not just a few sort of tips. And this is where we learn the whole strategy, this whole strategy. So the answers to all of those questions are what we share inside Visionary Salon Mastery. So we work together to create a marketing plan and a plan that consistently brings in dream clients. Obviously planning and profit, the numbers, I will explain that in detail today. Building a simple system for repeatable revenue, okay? And growing your business so that you can have freedom, profit, and a calm salon environment, which is what I have, which is awesome. I can't tell you. I love my team. I love my salon. I love my clients. I love everything about it. Even if something goes wrong, it doesn't faze me, because I put systems into place to deal with difficult clients, to deal with a mistake that's happened. Okay, we don't have that sort of, there's not stress going on all the time. So, which video do you mean? Oh yeah. So what happens when you join? Okay, so we really go from stuck to full on momentum in under 90 days. So with weeks 1 to 2, we do our fast start and foundations growth strategy, knowing your numbers. So we set clear, focused intentions from day 1. We map out your personalized 12-week plan so that you know exactly what you're going to focus on to hit your first income goal. In weeks 2 to 8, there's a lot going on. We've got social media mastery, pricing for profit, your dream clients, retail and recommendation, and client retention. So you get a really clear big picture view of the 5 key areas of your salon. And we also help you set up both organic and paid system to bring in qualified leads. We don't look for average clients. Okay, we sack them and we only focus on ideal clients. And yes, it is possible. And, you know, when Bianca was like, I don't think that I can attract these sorts of people. I said, you absolutely can. This is all you need to do. And now she's just spinning out because she's like, every single one of my clients is my ideal client. They're paying double what those other people were paying who were giving me curry, and they weren't people that I really like spending time with. So it's definitely possible. Weeks 9 to 12. Again, more detail about your dream client, visibility that converts, and mindset and leadership. Okay, so shifting from feeling like you're just working in the salon to confidently running a business, even if you're working on the floor. This applies to you. It doesn't matter whether you've got a team or you're working solo, you work from home, you've got commercial premises, you've still got a business. And so you need to think and act like a business owner. Okay, so you've got to learn to lead your salon like a CEO, even if it doesn't feel natural to you. Even if you say, oh, I hate dealing with team. Oh, you know, I'm not a leader, or I don't want to be a bitch. We show you how to do it and just show up authentically as you, but learn how to lead. That's the key to having a successful rockstar team, is how you lead that team. So you won't do this alone. We walk with you whilst you install the system. So you get one-on-one support for 90 days, direct feedback on everything that you do, weekly accountability. We have, currently we've got 4 live classes a week. One of them's a coffee call, 3 weekly coaching calls, plus a coffee one, so it's 4. Then you've got an accountability tracker, which we make sure you stay on track. You have 2 one-on-one sessions with me. Ads, mentorship, and calls as well. So we help you build your ad funnel. And you've got access to us 24/7 or 24/5, because I don't work the weekends, and you can ask questions whenever you want. Okay, so which future other are you choosing? Okay, this is what I like to share with my clients, and also when I do a workshop. Okay, you've got 4 different choices for your futures. Okay, first one is your dream life. Okay, everything's running smoothly. You're paying yourself what you want to every single week. You can go on holiday and leave your salon and not worry about it without batting an eyelid. Okay, the next one is you going okay. You've got some strategy in place, but it's not as consistent. We don't do the unknown. We don't do a flat line. The next one is you're stalled and you're not going anywhere. Not a great place to be. And the worst one is your worst life. You're really struggling to pay yourself. You're not in love with your salon anymore. You're feeling stressed all the time. That is not where you want to be. Okay, you want to be up here. And it's possible, I believe it's possible for every single salon owner to live this dream life just by implementing these strategies. Okay, so if that's what you want to do, hop on a strategy call with me and let's just chat about whether VSM is right for you. Okay, so what I'd like you to do now is just complete section 10 in your worksheet. I want to know, what are the top 3 decisions that you've made today? Write them in for me and share with me in the chat. And then also write what action you're going to take in the next 24 to 48 hours. And who's going to keep you accountable for doing those tasks? Write that into the chat. Is it you're going to make yourself accountable? You're going to tell your partner? You're going to tell your team? What would you like to do? Who's going to make you accountable? Now, what time have we got? Oh, I've got 5 minutes. This is awesome. So you can take yourself off mute and ask me questions. Do you have any questions, ladies? Do you want me to clarify anything that came up during the session? Just take yourself off mute and ask away. You know, have you got any questions about, we did pricing, upselling, rebooking? What did you think of the pricing the analyzer? Did it blow your mind? No one's got any questions. Oh my gosh, that's unusual. Okay. All right. Yes, blow my mind. Awesome. Awesome, Amy. I'm pleased to hear that. That's great. Has this been of value to you, ladies? Let me know that in the chat then. Don't want to chat? Let me know if this has been helpful. Which was your biggest takeaway? That's great. Awesome. Yes, okay, great. That's great. Thanks, Emily. Awesome. Okay, ladies, if you have any questions afterwards, then make sure you can message me, you can email me, or join school and message me there. What was that one there? Definitely look at my prices in terms of my 25% markup. Yeah, yeah, it's not a 25% markup, it's a 25% net profit. Okay, that's different. Markup and net profit are different. So in the pricing analyzer, it is a net profit margin. Okay. Great reminder for upselling. Yep, don't forget to upsell. Your clients generally love it. And the other thing that I didn't mention that you can do is you can, if you've got gaps in your diary, you can also contact the clients that are coming in before and after that gap and ask them, oh, look, we've had a spot come up. You know, would you like to add on a lash lift to your brow design? People go, oh, thank you so much for thinking about me. Okay, they don't take offense at it. And often you can fill in the spots. And if you don't fill in the spot, they feel seen and heard, which is good. Net profit. Yeah, okay, that's good. That's good. What should be hourly profit in the last column? So that's what profit that will calculate itself. So when you, Amy, when you go to the profit calculator, that will actually calculate what your hourly profit is, just to give you an idea about what you're making per hour on that treatment. So you don't have to put that in. Where to start? Start with your price, start with your net profit, okay? Start with a pricing analyzer. That is definitely the first place to start. Make sure that you know that you're making money before you start attracting clients, okay? Because you can potentially put your prices up this week and next week have earned an extra $1,000 because you've been undercharging. So if you don't know what your prices are, it's highly likely that you're undercharging, okay? Oh, what should the figure be as per the top industry salon? So it depends on what your services are. So I think I'm answering this, getting the question right. I go look for a minimum of $100 an hour on my waxing sort of my lower price services. But if you're a hair salon or you're an upmarket skin clinic, then you want to be looking at higher than that. So 125, 150. Okay. I believe that 150 for sort of general beauty services is a little bit high. I don't like saying that word, a bit high, but I think that it's a little bit high. You're still making very good profit when you're looking at a sort of, you're 100, 110 for general beauty treatments. I did see something in a group over the weekend where this accountant jumped in. We're talking about profit, and this accountant came in and said, no, you should be looking at $150 minimum an hour. And I was like, oh, I'm not seeing that for that type of service. I charge $140 for any service I do apart from lash lift and facials. How long do they take you? Per any service for an hour? That's per hour. I think that's supposed to be. Yep, good. Yep, that's good. What about home-based salons, although luxury service? Stephanie, it does not matter. I'm really glad that you pointed that out. It does not matter whether you're a home salon or a commercial salon. Okay, you are still providing services that get a result. So you price your treatments based on your net profit for sure. Okay, it's no different to a commercial salon. The net profit, and also it's based on the transformations that you make. So how good are you at what you do? So in terms of Kate that I shared with you before, who raised her prices, when we raised her prices, we raised them a lot. Because what we do inside Visionary Salon Mastery is a process where we actually work out exactly where we sit in the market. And she sat at the top. So I said, you've got to raise your prices. Not only are you undercharging, okay, you're the best in your area by a mile. Okay, we went through the process She didn't lose one client, not one client. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether you're a home salon, you're sharing space in a room in someone else's salon, or you've got a luxury high-end salon. Okay, you've got to base it on the numbers. You base it on the numbers and you base it on where you sit in the market. Okay, so yeah, a luxury salon might charge a lot more because, you know, if they're fit out and everything, but that's their profit margin over and above their 25%. So they've got a higher one. On average, how much per week should a solo operator earn? How many hours do you work? If you work 40 hours, you should earn $4,000. If you're looking at $100 an hour and you're fully booked. So I generally do it like that. So with my girls in the salon, when they look, because they look at what their gaps are for the day, and we base it to make it really easy because we're all terrible at maths. We make it that if you work for 8 hours, you're aiming for your $800. What are you going to do to bridge the gap? How are you going to do that? Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to upsell. I'm going to recommend retail. Okay. I'm going to get her to book in for our other package when she comes in next time. So I just round it off. But I'm a beauty salon. Okay. So if you're doing injectables, if you're doing really advanced skin treatments with high tech machines, you're going to be a lot higher than that. Okay, ladies. Now, have we got anyone that's entered the competition today, Ree?
No, so I can't see anyone as yet. But ladies, if any of you have gone ahead and tagged us in today, and I've missed it, please let me know. So if you do want to enter the draw to have a coaching session with Margie, what we need you to do is just take a screenshot of you being in the workshop. And then if you tag us in, post it on Instagram and tag us in at Salon Mastery Society, and we will spin the wheel.
That's fine. So we'll do that after because I've gone just on time. How exciting. 1 minute over. That's good for me. So I want to thank you all. Thank you for showing up today and committing to your growth. And if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. Just give me a message in the chat. How have you found this valuable? Have you found this helpful? Maybe just give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Awesome. Okay, great. Lovely. Thanks, ladies. Have a great week, and I will talk to you soon.